I'd like to explain a little bit about my experience with Reach More. It was epic. It was perfect for me because I could actually do what I needed to do and reach people exactly where I was. Something even more miraculous, I might say, was reaching my son. You know, he was addicted to alcohol for quite some time. I had been through 2 detoxes with him that did not take. During this time, I would pray and pray and pray, and he was getting worse and worse. And I found myself at one time praying over him, which I had never done before. I don't even know how it all took place, but I went to visit him. I put my hands on him and, just started praying. He said, I know it. He says, I need help. I need help. That's the first time he ever said that. He said, I guess I cannot do it alone. I said, no, you cannot do it alone. And we've talked about that. Okay, you need the Lord's help. You have to ask for it. He did all that he needed to do. He came upon another place that was outpatient. That's been a godsend, truly a godsend, that he's been with for several months now and attending meetings. And, he tells me that he prays and meditates every day. I have no words for the transformation that has happened to him.
For my personal apostolate, I decided to work on my relationship with my brother and sister to start with. We've been distant, and part of it is definitely being in a new country, but also I felt like they are distant from God and their relationship with God. And I thought by being involved and by being here, being trained by AC, it was a great opportunity for me to go back to my family and also try to help them and support them in their development.
For my personal apostolate, I decided to go with 2 of my best friends, and we always talk with each other, but not very deeper conversations. So I decided to take this first step and talking to them about some deeper things and trying to include God in the conversation with them, even though they are not religious.
Like so many people, for a number of years I was going through the motions, and after I retired I began coming here every day as opposed to the cathedral downtown. And one of the staff members said, hey, we're starting this mission training, Reach More, and we'd like you to be a part of it. And I was kind of, whoa, just kind of taken back, because I'd always kind of shied away from stuff, because I was self-conscious maybe because of what I did for a living. At the start of our training, we shared some stuff, and one of my concerns was that having been a news reporter for many, many, many years, I had a very hard heart. I could see anything. I witnessed an execution. It didn't bother me. I have seen many dead bodies. People die right in front of my eyes. Bad car accidents, this and that. And if you took it all in, you go home and kick the dog. But that hardens your heart, and that's not good. So you got to be able to separate that, but still have empathy for others, love for others, and share what you've gained from this type of training. So it changed me. When I got all the way to the last 2 weeks, I had no idea what I was going to do. And it struck me, all my neighbors were Catholics. I came up with the idea of forming a group that would meet on Fridays, read the Sunday liturgies, and then we'd go to Mass during Lent here at St. Joseph's. And then we have coffee afterwards and discuss it. So we're kind of just a little pre-study before Mass on Sunday. And so it helped me to think about all of these readings more than I ever had. The Reach More training changed me in another way, which is I realized and learned that it wasn't so much about talking as it was about listening. It's not Bible thumping, it's not preaching at people, it's talking to people, sharing ideas, and you realize you have a lot more in common than you have apart.
My apostolate is to go to nursing homes, apartment buildings where there's the elderly, and to the assisted living, and also to some people at their houses. And I give them communion. We have a communion service. But I don't think I was asking good questions and trying to make their particular communion service special. I've learned that through prayer and really opening up my heart and just totally being 100% present when I'm with them has really made a huge difference on how I bring the Lord to them and how they receive the Lord. But more importantly, on top of that, is how we get to share the Lord with each other. When I go to get the communion now, my prayer is for me to be quiet, and my prayers to leave Steve here and do all I can to take Jesus with me. They are able to open up their hearts, and I've had opportunities where people have shared some things that happened to them when they were younger, and they really kept it all bottled inside. And I don't think that that person would have opened up to me without the extra time and the training that I learned.
So we're still in the training, but there's definitely a draw towards places that I wouldn't necessarily bring up my faith, such as in the workplace. For the last 10 years, I've been working with a nonprofit that is building Catholic grade schools in Kenya. And this particular training will definitely help me bring that Catholic faith even more to life in their curriculum, as well as working with teachers and the community there to instill this training in their community.
What EC training has done for me, and I'm only 6 weeks in, has allowed me to grow in my confidence to speak with God and really grow with the Lord, and as well as reach out to people that I typically wouldn't reach out to and feel more comfortable talking about Jesus with others. Someone who's been a practicing Catholic my whole life, questionable how good I was practicing it at times, it gives you an opportunity to see how easier it is to have these conversations when you're going through this training.